Hello, I'm Ixical. In my last video, I built a mansion on the edge of my town. You can see the hot pot restaurant by the lake here, and I'm going to take a quick stroll over to an area where I'm going to build something new. I want to build an underpass, a bike shop, and another house next to the two that are already currently there. I think it looks really good, and I'm just going to head over and show you what I'm going to do. In my builds, I use the Yuushya Mod and the Cockrycot mod to build everything you can see. So let's get to it. First, I'm going to tackle this underpass. It's a bit of a nightmare to build, but I want to have some kind of road system that connects the two. You can see over there, look, I built a nice brown truck. I actually lost a video for that, but never mind. It's still pretty cool. It adds an extra bit of depth to my avenue, which I've expanded a little bit. And now I'm going to work on putting this road in. The road is a little tricky to do, so I need a few iterations before I can do it. I've chiseled out all of the soil underneath, and I'm going to replace it with marble, and then build up a ramp underneath that accesses this street. There's a slight problem in that the ramp is very long, so any more buildings I have on that side of the road, I'm going to lose a little bit of space to get in. But that's not too much of a big issue. The major issue for me right now is to build this underpass and make it look decent. I'm also going to put some columns underneath it to support the whole thing. I guess it would. And I'm also going to chisel out all of that dirt you can see on the left and the right and replace it with marble. I want it to look good. I don't want to have this mess here. I could have just built another bridge like I currently have, but my plan is to have a little sweet shop underneath. Like a little snack store you can get your things in on your way to work. The Yuushya Mod comes with 5 ramps so you can actually level it up without having that bump. And it also comes with 5 road markings so you can have a sort of hill. Once I'm happy with the underpass, I'm going to extend the road and the street a little bit over here. I've designed my road network to split into 3 types of roads currently. That's a service road, a street, and an avenue. Once the underpass is finished, I'll add some final details, street lamps and signs, and a little yellow car underneath. I think it looks great. Now let's tackle the bike shop. It's not all houses in my little town here. I'm going to have a few shops as well, and this shop is specifically so you can buy bikes. I want to have my town as a more bike-friendly town than a car-orientated one. And for this building, I've chose acacia paneling, which in the Yuushya Mod looks really good. I actually prefer using the oak panels and the oak walls, but it's fine. I'll add a nice orange roof. It kind of offsets the ones nearby, but it kind of matches in the theme of the hot pot restaurant over there. A nice dark building. The oak tree is a little tricky to work around, but I want a bit of nature there as well. I think it looks really good so far. Let me know in the comments how you feel my build is going. It's a bit early to tell, isn't it really, but at least the underpass looks good. Once the roof is on, I'm just going to put some tiles on the top of it. Make sure everything's nicely leveled. I think that looks pretty good with some copper on the top. And I'm going to make it a little bit orange just to match the roof with these orange panelled windows that you can get in the Cockrycot mod. I'll add some signs that say open, a few other things, and then I'm going to go inside the bike shop and add all of the details. In my bike shop, you can buy all kinds of bikes, mountain bikes, street bikes, all kinds of interesting styles of bike, even though they look like the exact same one. I don't want to spend too long on the bike shop, but I'm using the Yuushya Mod to find as many bike-related things as I can, including a traffic light sign, which is a bit ridiculous, but I think it looks kind of nice. I'll add some leaves to the roof, and then I'll have a magazine stand over in the corner for all your biking needs. Loads of magazines are going to go on that shelf, and I think it looks really good now. I'm also going to add a few extra details like paintings, pictures of people who've been cycling, if you can imagine that, and then add a few carpets, and the interior of my bike shop is complete. I also won't forget the drains and the AC unit, because it gets warm in there. If you're liking the build so far, subscribe! Now I'm going to head next door and build the 3rd house on this street, and the 4th house in my little town. This particular house is going to be of a strange construction because I don't have much space to use due to the tree. I don't want to destroy the tree because I'm a nature lover. It's going to be 2 floors and fairly simple. Here I'm working on the inside of the 2nd floor and then the staircase going up to the 2nd floor. That's going to be angled sideways. Now I'm going to fit some of the windows downstairs, nice and simple windows with a couple of doors and a window here. Upstairs, I'm going to poke in a couple of windows for the bedroom area. There's also going to be a bathroom up there, maybe 2 bedrooms. That wall is for the bathroom. Here, I'm going to extend this bedroom area to come off a bit. It's like an indoor balcony bedroom. Now I'm going to put the ceiling on the entire building. I'm using worn concrete for this particular build. And now I'm going to start working on the roof. The roof is going to be fairly simple. It's just going to slant up and then down, just like the design of the other two houses on this street. It's also going to use the same colour tiles. I don't want to break planning permission by going too crazy with orange stuff. Once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to check the design real quick, make sure everything looks decent with that. Pop out those blocks, replace the roof because it was a bit odd, and now I'm going to put some poles underneath the tiles so it lays nice and flush to the roof, just like in the other two houses across the street. I think if I do that, the roof looks a little bit better because it's hanging on those poles. You know, they're like little supports, aren't they? Once the front bit's complete, I'm quite happy with the roof, so what I'm going to start doing now is adding the bathroom window here and extending the bedroom windows to be just a little bit different. I want them to be a bit higher, to be honest. And when that's done, I'm going to extend the corner balcony space to have a few corner windows, and then I'm going to add the frames to all of the windows. This is a bit of a finicky process to do because I have to remove some of the wires, otherwise it doesn't fit properly. Around all of the windows, I'm going to have a simple upper and lower frame with a left and right side panel. That's going to be white concrete, so it looks roughly similar to the grey concrete. And once that's done, I'm going to hang vines all over the house to make it look like nature's just taking over a little bit. I think it looks really sweet, and the style is keeping with the rest of the town, and certainly with this street. Underneath the balcony space, I'll add a couple of plant pots and some vines, and once that's finished, I'm very happy with that. I'm going to add some graffiti and then add an extra window to the side. The house looks good from the outside, and I'm happy with the trash cans and AC unit. Inside, I'm going to divide up the bottom floor into a living space and a kitchen area. Let's start working on the living room first. I've added an aquarium and I'm going to put some bookcases in. This is going to be a living space for a young family, I guess. And there's going to be lots of details that fits with the red colour of the floor. I kind of want it to be red and grey. I think that looks neat. Then I'll add a couple of red sofas and then start putting blinds on all of the windows, just like the other two houses on this street. Everyone's a bit conscious of their privacy, and it makes sense. You want to live your own private life, don't you? Back in the living room, I'll add a few plants, put a TV on the wall, make sure there's a pizza, because everybody loves the pizza, and then start adding some plants and decorations to the stairwell. I think the living room looks pretty good so far. I've just realised that outside the bike shop, there's no sign that says what the bikes are. Now, some of the bikes you can buy are Giant, Shimano brakes, those kind of things, and there's also a brand called Trek. Now, Trek is quite easy to spell, it's T-R-E-K, so I'm going to put those in with blocks and resize them with the GUI tool. The Yuushya Mod comes with lots of little things to help you build, and the GUI tool, along with the green gourd, really helped me build these things and resize everything to be amazing. I found a website to help me design these letters, but it's fairly self-explanatory. The T is basically 3 blocks and then 2 on the side, just like writing really, just with blocks. The K is a little bit tricky to deal with because you need stairs. Some stairs going up, some stairs going down, and some stairs going at the side. I like the orange lettering though, and this sort of brickwork. It looks really neat. I'm just trying to rearrange it. I had a bit of trouble with the K because you need those stairs. It looks a bit squashed, so I'm going to change it. And once it's finished, Trek! You can buy Trek bikes here. That's fancy. Quickly add a wheel and make sure it's nicely lit up. And that's my front of the shop done. Let's go back to the house and add a toilet on the first floor. In Japan, they have toilets separate from the bathroom. I think it's a good idea, and the toilet is usually on the first floor. We do it a bit different in England, but in Japan they have the toilet on the first floor. Once that's finished, I don't have much space to play with for the kitchen. So what I'm going to try and do here is put all of the details of the kitchen, including the stove and microwave and the refrigerator, as close as I can in this small gap. It's not exactly a massive kitchen. Maybe the people who live here don't like to cook at home. That's the kind of feeling I get. They want to go out to eat. I don't have much more space to play with in the kitchen, so let's go upstairs and work on this pink bedroom. This is for the daughter of the house. She likes to watch TV in bed, don't we all? And I think that's quite a fitting bedroom. Then I'm going to move on to this middle space, which is going to be a boy's bedroom. I don't exactly know where the mum and dad sleep in this house, but never mind. The boy's bedroom is going to have lots of computer parts and music stuff. This guy wants to be a DJ when he's older, so he's going to have lots of things to help his dream come true. He's currently a student as well, so he needs lots of details that indicate he's studying. That includes dumbbells, a little work table in the corner with a Nintendo Switch, because that's what students play, and a printer next to his bed. That's exactly what I used to do when I was a teenager. Now I'm going to work on the bathroom. The bathroom is next to the boy's blue bedroom. So I guess if the girl wants to use the bathroom, she's got to go through his room every time. It's kind of annoying, but that's the quirk of the house. It's an ingenious design. This is going to be a simple bathroom, and it's a red-themed one too. He has a cowskin rug, which looks really good. I'll put some shampoo on a shelf and add a light. I think this bathroom looks really good. There's also a lot of plants in the house, so Mum and Dad definitely help with the decoration there. Downstairs in the living room, I added a rocking chair too. Now let's tackle that tuck shop. On the underpass that I built earlier, I wanted to have a little sweet shop here. It's a bit of a strange design, but sometimes I've seen these things in subways. You can go into little shops that sell all kinds of different things that you need to eat. Certainly a lot of magazines and crisps, that's exactly what we want. There's also going to be one of those little machines that has a little fast food in it. I think that looks pretty good. Outside, I'm going to add a couple of vending machines, and that's pretty much my little tuck shop complete. I think it's an interesting design with the ice cream sign too. Here are some final shots of the house and the avenue. The town is starting to take shape now. I'm really happy with this build. If you've liked this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm definitely going to be working on building this town. Also, feel free to drop me a comment. What would you add in this town? I'd like some inspiration, please. I have a lot of ideas for my next video. I think I want to expand the shopping areas. There doesn't seem to be enough places to buy anything. I am very happy with my town so far. That little street with the 4 buildings really does look like I've been there. And I kind of have, because I built it. It's a very strange thing to say. The hot pot restaurant by the lake looks absolutely amazing. I'm very happy with how it's going so far. I really love the Yuushya mod. The Coquicot mod adds a few extra details, and I do use them, but it's not the main focus of my builds at the minute. Across the road from those 4 buildings that I've just been working on, I'm going to add a small shop in my next video. At least that's the plan. I might also add an arcade. I think people want to play computer games. I'm Ixical. This has been an incredibly fun build to make, and I'll see you in the next video.